Hello and welcome to a special edition of Wrestling in Mom's Basement. I'm Patrick Young. This guy to my right is Thursday Night Venuto. Joe Venuto.
Why am I Thursday Night Venuto?
I don't know. Because it's Wednesday. And by the time this comes out, people will be seeing it on Thursday.
Maybe. Why am I Thursday Night Venuto?
I don't know. Because no one ever goes harder on a Thursday.
That's true. I go hard.
Yep. You go hard on Thursdays.
All day and all night.
Mm-hmm. Not on Friday when everyone has the most time. Or the weekend.
There's on Thursdays?
Yeah. Not on Monday or Tuesdays or Wednesdays because it's NXT. You go on hard on Thursdays.
Say yeah. I fucked the revival.
Yeah. Well, that's what WWE's doing anyway.
They're not fucking it up. They're just on TV.
It's kind of fucking them up.
News World Tag Division.
Yeah.
This is our Elimination Chamber 2011 review. The World Tag Division is as big as this Tag Division now.
That is true.
And
There's literally only two teams.
yeah. Had on February 2011 in the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Commentators White Cole, Josh Matthews. And then his first commentating for pay-per-view, Booker T.
And by the way, if you've heard the rumor of Booker T had to use the bathroom during the middle of the main event,
Just, you know,
this is the show.
it's the final major stop on the road to WrestleMania. As the show's more or less set in the main event system. Title matches are the SmackDown Chamber match, which has an open spot going, and Jerry Lawler versus The Miz for the world title. And it blew my mind back then that there was an actual chance that match was somewhat open for debate about who won. Between King and Miz.
Yeah. Somehow it was open for debate.
Also, there's the World Chamber match, and that's about it. So let's get to it. The open video was what you expect of how the Chamber is a big diabolical turn on the road to WrestleMania. This is the one that shows the big match shows itself. There's nothing wrong with that. The set looks like the side of the Chamber in front of the Tron. Alberto Rio versus Kofi Kingston. Not a bad show to start with, but I'm used to the Chamber start assault.
Yeah.
So it was a bit surprising. Ricardo got in, jab at the Raiders, which is very easy to do, to be fair. So I know.
Well, in recent years, they've been a somewhat decent team, I think.
In 2011, it was very easy to do.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Browns now.
Okay. Don't ask me how I knew that, though. Alberto says that he's committed.
It's one of the teams people make fun of. Browns, Raiders.
I knew they sucked, the Browns. Alberto says that he's committed to excellence, unlike the people from Oakland. Tonight's 6-5 for a chance to face him. There's nothing they can do to stop him. Kofi's usually fine cuts him off. This is not a title, mind you, because Kofi was the Intercontinental Champion. And Josh talks about Alberto taking liberties on Horny while Horny was blindfolded. So, yeah,
I'm just going to leave that one
yeah, make your own jokes there.
I'm not going to touch that one with a 40-foot pole.
I will. We did Alberto chant to start. And basically, back for sequence star Alberto is set at 4. Where Ricardo plays nurse as well as the Ken. Kofi tries to on the apron and is running into the post assault off the arm. Biases right Del Rio, who has a big chant go for him here. Belly to back is 2 for Alberto, is back to the Biases. Kofi fights side against the spin, flying forearm off the top and awesome looking move. They fight their knees up to their feet. Kofi chops away, boom drop his. But Charles Power has his pendulum kick his, but the cross-eyes counter and knee that might have been the arm or ribs, but wasn't clear. Del Rio tries to superplex for Cody fights well because there's a drop kick for close to. Del Rio gets something close to the GTS, but instead it ends up with double knees and ribs. That one is soon Kofi counters almost like a big time drop into the DT. Ricardo distracts us, that's only 2. The Armbreaker can't go on, so Kofi grabs the rope before to apply SOS, gets right close to. Booker is totally behind Kofi, but says he's trying not to be biased. Kofi jumps at Del Rio in the corner, but misses. Alberto gets a nice backbreaker for cover. Cross Breaker's tempted, but Kofi locks his hands to the win for a bit. And never mind, as it goes on, Kofi taps Alberto's face was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought this was a very solid opener. A lot of fast-paced action to get the crowd going, and can't really ask much more from an opener than that.
Nah, this was the kind of way Alberto needed at this point. Kofi could force some losses here and there like that. And Del Rio's star was rising rapidly at this point.
Yeah, she got some Del Rio chants, which I don't remember hearing before that point either.
Yeah,
so.
nah. Also, he did get destroyed all as he got ripped off by Ricardo a bit at Kofi. This worked out well, but something you can see on SmackDown back there for 3. Still good though.
I gave it a B.
B+. Orton was getting ready. Edge says he had a bad week. And now he's walking into the Elimination Chamber into a week with Vicky. It seems like a walk in a park. Drew McIntyre comes up and asks about the casualties like Kelly. Edge said that Kelly and the title is something common, neither will ever be seen with Drew. 7 years later, that's the championship will be seen with Drew, but I could see other championships.
Yes.
Other major championships with Drew.
Drew, if he's built up right, I can actually see him contending against Brock.
Yes. We have a friend who told us how great Drew was years ago.
And she called him the next John Cena.
And we didn't believe her. He proved us wrong.
Yeah.
Not necessarily next John Cena, but in terms of improving a lot outside WWE, yeah, he proved her point right. Let's see if she was saying that like 2012.
Yeah.
She's a nice lady. How you doing out there, Tim?
He has a huge crush on her.
Yeah, I know. We call her Tim for short. She has a friend named Timothy Daniels, if you're wondering. Video about the chamber, which she's...
Welcome to our world. We don't make steps much often.
So I'm trying to figure out who she is. There's a video about the chamber, which makes you think we're getting ready for like a Lumber Jill match or something. What else are we getting ready for?
I'm going to say it's a last man standing match we're getting ready for.
Okay. SmackDown World Title, Edge versus Drew McIntyre versus Kane versus Rey Mysterio versus Wade Barrett versus Mystery Tony. We had a spot in the chamber due to Dolph being fired. Kane comes out first, therefore he's going to start. Drew's out second, therefore you're being paused as well. First will be a pause, as usually going to see the final guys you are assuming. Barrett was in third. We also hear about his bare knuckle fighting experience, which they say again has he ever used those skills to win a match.
Which Cole often called bear fighting.
Yeah, not bear, like an actual.
He called him bear. He said he's the great bear fighter. So if you wanted to know, Wade Barrett fought some bears before. Winnie the Pooh.
And Cole said Barrett's from Eastern Europe. I think he might be from Western Europe. I'm not sure. I'm just assuming.
I think he said later that Barrett was fought in Eastern Europe.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how he explained what he said, but I believe he did actually say he's from Eastern Europe.
But Barrett's actually from Western Europe.
He's
right?
from Western Europe,
okay.
yeah. But he corrected himself by saying that he was supposed to.
Okay. Here's Ted Little, one more right for the 4-person. He's here into the next participant. Replaces Big Show, which at this point, back then, I kind of suspected.
Yeah.
It was Monday. Ray versus Edge to start. 5 minutes period always has the last man standing win. When every 5 minutes an own comes in. Edge and Ray start off kind of slow, which makes perfect sense since they wanted to maintain energy. Edge sends Ray out to the steel for the first time with a backdrop. Drew's all pissed off and hammers on Glaze as he wants to get to Edge as soon as possible. Edge and Ray fight on the outside with Ray being Raymond into the cage multiple times. Ray gets Raymond to Glaze, which is the strongest in the world. Which gets 2. We're more or less just
which literally, I think everyone goes through a glass. That's in the chamber.
Yes.
This night.
We're more or less just killing time here, and then there's the 10-second clock. And there's Barrett. He's all fired up, and he goes in Ray immediately. Edge gets up to slow down the Englishman. Edge and Ray work together until Edge slides right across the mat cage so that his head rams right into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Boss Ray slam to Edge gets 2, and Barrett turns attention to Ray after taunting show. Pump handle slam gets 2. Barrett's dominating here, and we're out on the steel gun. A shot to the cage with Edge's head going to it gets 2. Edge low pushes Barrett, and Wade might have hurt his knee. They don't like the way he landed.
Yeah.
Ray takes out Edge, but she goes up. Barrett stops him. Wade slam on the cage. Counters. Ray grabs the cage. He tries to climb it. Barrett catches him in a powerbomb position. Ronda takes Barrett in the ring, but Edge gets a big boot to stop the 619 for 2. Again, I don't know why you would stop the finisher in the chamber, but whatever. A lot of people don't see that problem. And 4th is Kane. He goes straight for Edge, but gets caught by boot. Kane cleans house, beat everyone psyched down. Everyone wakes up and guys up on Kane as they should. A bunch of kicks to the head can't stop him, so we get triple clothesline with Barrett, clothesline Edge, and Ray, and vice versa. We do some basic stuff, and Barrett gets beat down by Kane outside. Ray tries to take down Kane by a huge uppercut, knocks Ray into a trio low. Edge has a basic slide for 2. Kane, Ray, and Edge in the ring now while Barrett slowly crawling back in. Number 5 is back attire. No elimination yet. Drew's been winning the whole time, and Mew picks up Ray and bulges him into the glaze. The Europeans beat up Kane, who actually is European as well.
Yeah, he was born in Spain.
So scratch that theory. Drew kicks the rope as Barrett gets in, throws it for the unbreakable glass. That's the wrong joke now. That's a bit funny. Drew's all pissed off. Goes in Rez. Old Drew here, so he can't get a few shock on Edge, but Edge just execution for no cover. Ray's somehow still alive as Edge is trying to get up. Edge wants the spear, but Kane grabs a choke slam. Ray's back in 2, but Kane gets a 619. Kane beats everyone down, slams right into the post. Drew can't get a few shock again. Kane backdrops someone on the barrier outside. Edge and Kane hit double big boots, stage shot down. That replay Ray being thrown in is also amazing. He's still alive. Show is getting Ray as we're under 10 seconds actually takes down everyone. Barrett's the only one not in other than kind of Ray. Huge shot to Drew. Barrett's the only one left standing other than Show, and the Stole begins. Show goes his hand on Barrett and chops away like 8 times to the outside. Barrett rolls back in the ring in his old Show. Big punch coming, and Barrett's one was dead, and the pin is academic. We're down to 5, and Ray's on top of a pod. Kane has the top of a clothesline, and Edge has the top rope all over 2, and Show launches Edge over the referee. Few shots to Show's Ray's still up there. The DDT gets to his Ray's right to jump. Huge suicide on gets to his Ray's launched. After the 2 count. 619 spear puts Show down, but Kane fights them off. Chokeslam Show, and we're down to 4. Kane, Drew, Edge, and Ray. If you're curious. Drew jumps in and chokeslam immediately, and we're down to 3. It's more or less a handicap match here, but Edge is taking down. Ray hits a bunch of stuff on Kane, but Kane gets the pin. Spin across by is calling chokeslam position, but he reverses into the 619. Ray goes up and jumps into a powerbomb. Spear from Edge and double covers up to take Kane out, and we're down to Ray versus Edge. Kane kills Edge with a big boot and chokes him. Edge has both guys down. Adam landed for a good while. Edge gets up and tries to spin a Ray versus the roll for 2. Springboard cross bodies roll through into 2 for Edge. Say up a little gets 2. Ray goes up and gets stopped by a shot from the Canadian. Mysterio knocks Edge down and tries to run it, but Edge reverses into a say-out powerbomb for a lone 2. A double powerbomb count under 619, but Edge catches it and locks him Edge care of all things. It was the Neil and Sharpshooter. If you're not familiar with Edge care, that he used once in a blue moon at this point.
He used it a lot towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
Like when he was on that strong SmackDown run. I think he used it once in a while there. Then in 09 he used it fairly frequently.
Ray's in trouble but reverses a roll for 2. Good stuff. There was good stuff here. Edge touches the spear and the fans are billowing a bit. Spear missed, but the second one does it and it's not over. Ray takes out damage, right? 619 hits. And a springboard splash gets 2. And on 619, Ray goes up, Edge pops up, and spears him out the air to go to the WrestleMania finally.
For me, this is match of the night. It's stronger than the other chamber for this one reason that they have great chemistry in Edge and Ray running through the whole match essentially. Where you got breaks where McIntyre was going crazy and throwing just about everybody through a pod. You had Kane who was being the dominant monster he usually is. And they had the finishing test on the Big Show. And even Wade Barrett even got a few shots in as well. But primarily you had Edge and Ray running through the whole match. And especially their final part I thought was amazing. You could sort of compare it to the 07 Rumble where the last 15 minutes or so is just Shawn Michaels and Undertaker just going to town.
Hell, you could compare it to the final 10 minutes, I think, of their Elimination Chamber in 2009.
Yeah.
The only thing is they didn't start off that chamber.
Yeah.
That was it.
Edge snuck out, attacked Kofi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my match tonight as well. Great match here with Edge and Ray being the highlight. I will say the ending was predictable, but still the ending sequence with all the kickouts was good, so that was more than okay. I'm a huge fan of Ray. He was great here. I love all the aggression and everyone destroying each other. All night long. Great stuff here, and one of the better chamber matches I can remember in a long time.
Yeah. I gave it an A.
A. Post-match, Alberta hits the ring and the beam is on edge. The arm breaker goes on, but Christian makes his return. Runs out for the save. To the least,
do it like Todd Christian. It's
Christian. To the least interesting response from Cole that I ever heard. Who did a similar thing by Todd Christian. And Booker T. Colton, Christian K.
Christian K, yeah.
And Christmas.
Booker just got off his TNA run.
On prayer to Del Rio. I noticed the kill switch. I mean, it's played by prayers, the Bernie.
Yeah.
Edge gets the spirit of Del Rio to pull him down. The Rock will be immediate. I'm not sure if you heard that. Lawler's getting ready when Striker comes to ask Jerry Sauce. He said about his mother, which was good motion from Lawler. Booker did say Henry and Pierce introduces the third trainer, Tough Enough, Trish Stratus. Even with the brown hair, she's still great looking.
Yeah.
She says she's been getting excited about being around the ring and has been working on new text sprays. Finally, the Trish has come back at Oakland to this slow action to the millions, sucker. Booker wants to know that she didn't just say that, and she's excited to see King win the title. There was a chaperone trailer despite the movie bombing for the most part. Tag titles.
Yeah, the movie didn't look that good. I'm not sure how they expected that to make anything.
Yeah, I know. Tag titles: Santino Morale and Valmir Kozlov versus Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater. Zeke was here too, which obviously makes you think there's a title change here.
Yep.
Kozlov and Slater start, but ult to Santino, ultimately ult to Gabriel, then to trade strikes on late sweeps. Vlad gets a Baron Ram to send Gabriel to the floor and kick to the head, plus rush down. It's a very international match here with Canada/Italy, South Africa, Russia, and America being represented.
Yeah.
Slater's in with a slingshot, corkscrew splash or two. Booker keeps calling Jackson a thug, despite him not doing anything yet. Back to Santino again, who gets all fired up, hit block, sets up the head off the two. Gabriel comes in and it's Cobra time and takes down Gabriel, but Slater's legal. So Morales covered for two. Slater gets on and stops with the Canadian Italian. Gabriel misses a slingshot, heel low, and it's ult to Kozlov, who has no heat on the tag. Blind tag brings Slater and Jax pulls Gabriel out of the ring. Slater's reverse CT with no covers, he brings Gabriel back in. Santino is taken down by Slater, and the 450 finally gives Core their first goal in the form of tag titles.
The match was pretty much forgettable. That's not what you're tuning into Elimination Chamber for, is the 2011 Tag Division on SmackDown. Or, actually, it would be
both shows.
It would be both shows, you're right. It's not necessarily what you're tuning in for, but it wasn't bad, and it was really kept short.
This was a Raw National pay-per-view, but it was perfectly fine. Core win was the right move here, and that should have let them spur over to Raw to set up a potential clash with the Nexus. That's what should have happened. But instead, the Core went to feud with Big Show, King, Kofi, and Santino.
Yep.
Right?
Kofi replaced Kozlov.
Yeah.
So technically, in the build-up, it was Kozlov.
Yeah, Big Show, King, Santino, Kozlov. And the Nexus all got taken out by CM Punk to give us CM Punk versus Randy Orton.
Yes.
So, whatever. This was perfectly fine, though. And go away to bridge the gap between the first half and second half of the show.
I gave it a D.
I gave it a D as in David.
I gave it a D as in David Arquette.
Miz says he'll win because it's his time and not more rocks. He says he'll just rock later. Here's Vicky to waste some more time. She's a bit quieter here. She says that Dolph and her were dealing with some issues as he has a bad temper. The building was fun, of course. It was a crime of passion apparently when Dolph jumped Tay. She begs for the fans to boo Tay to rehire Dolph, as she deserves some compassion and a little bit of love. Tay comes out and Vicky sucks up to him. I didn't want that image in my head, no offense to Vicky. Tay, he says shut up, as he's in a hiring mood. It's not Dolph, but he's rehired Kelly instead.
Yep.
Kelly shoves Vicky down, the beatdown's on. Lay Cool comes out for the save and beats down Kelly. Trish comes out and runs them all, but they go to Trish. The good girls fight back and beat down Lay Cool and post. And this, Trish was rusty here, I will admit.
Oh, yeah.
She botched a lot of stuff here in there, too. She looked worse than Kelly in there. Here I say.
Impossible, probably.
She did botch a lot, though, in that segment.
Yeah. She's a little sloppy.
And it was the most important moment of her career.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Saving Kelly.
However, I think the story coming out of this segment is somehow, in Melina's mind, Melina was supposed to have a spot in whatever the Lay Cool and Trish match they were supposed to be.
For all that, even Kelly got taken out.
Yeah.
For Stucky. Which was the better option between Stucky and Kelly?
Yeah.
Melina would have been the best option to say I didn't know her.
Never had anything to do.
But for some reason this happened on pay-per-view and we could have had, for some reason they couldn't add 5 more minutes to Kofi versus Alberto.
And that's why everyone from Canada gave John Morrison the cold shoulder. Because he gave Trish the cold shoulder.
We recap Miz versus Lawler. There's a great bit at the beginning showing Miz doing his apron pose and the different titles and things he's had to hold on to. Quick montage. Miz holds out how he was told to quit and kept rising up the ranks, resulting in Miz celebrating. Lawler says that Miz needs to shut up, and that's what we see in the rivalry. Instead, we see Lawler win the Royal Rumble. We get a cool montage of Lawler and how he's won over 140 titles, but never the WWE title. Cool video indeed.
And somehow, Michael Cole said this, like with the sentences of each other. Jerry the King Lawler's never won anything. And actually, maybe it wasn't the next sentence, maybe it was a couple sentences later. He won 140 titles in his career. I do remember him saying that. Okay. I know you're being heel, but that's a quick change.
World title moves versus Jay Lord, and therefore I'll have to say that or type that. We have the big match intros. Jerry is in white and black with a cape here. That's rather awesome. The bell rings twice, and technically this isn't happening. Because the bell rang twice. Jerry has a quick backslide and small package for 2 each. He releases his right punches at his old Lawler so far. Miz is out to the 4 shields for a bit. Riley distracts Jerry to Miz sends it to post to command. Miz can't get Lawler, and for some reason he sells a run knee while Lawler's on apron for 2. Jerry gets a punch and the fans wake up. Run clothesline in the corner and down goes Lawler. Miz goes up and Jerry crushes him, so they slow down the middle room. Superplex puts Miz down for 2. Riley's reactions out there are hilarious. They slow down again. Jerry gets a pair of dropkicks for no cover. Backdrop and full punch gets to Miz is in trouble. We get something close to Cole being civil, but saying Lawler's hanging in there. Riley interferes by tripping Lawler and is ejected. Back then, I know it was a long shot, but or more or less a possibility, but for some reason the stars were lying for Jerry to pull this match off.
Yeah.
This feud was, for some reason, him and Miz clicked.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, in this match and in the TLC.
I was actually going to add it later to my remarks in the match, but we were actually there on Raw at a TLC match.
Overall, yeah.
Between Jerry Lawler and Miz. It was literally the week after Miz cashed in on Randy Orton and won.
Yeah.
And King and Miz actually strangely had a good TLC match.
Yeah.
And I remember you looked straight to me, and Jerry King Lawler's like at the end of the match climbing the ladder to reach there, and you're like on your feet. You look over to me like, I can't believe I'm buying into this.
Yeah, I know.
I remember you saying that as clear as day.
Miz there's a charge in the corner, Lawler rolled off for 2. Miz escapes apologizing, just a big boot. Jerry versus the Pain in a roll for 2, and then Miz sent the 4 over top. Cole said the only cares Jerry rings Miz is now table. Cole says he and Miz have a personal relationship, which you can make your own jokes about. Jerry first Miz at the commentator, and Miz lays on Cole, and Booker just starts cracking up at that, so that's great. Lawler's in control here, just on top as a back ring top rope punch. So Sam Miz gets a right close to crowd is into this. Miz gets a thumb to the eye, but can't get the finale as Lawler shoves him off. Jerry gets DT, Miz is reeling. He looks at the main sign, goes up for the middle punch with a point to the sign, and then the strap coming down. Jerry gets the fist, but Miz gets the sword of ropes. My heart jumped to the front there. My head. as Booker starts talking about Dr. Dre's Super Bulk.
Because why not?
For no reason. Everyone else's heart's in their throat. He's talking about Dr. Dre's Super Bulk. The pile drives versus are rolled by Miz for 2. Joey versus down the woman's own for 2. And Miz gets a kick to the head. And there's a skull crusher finale for the pin.
I'm sorry, you ended abruptly there. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, this was strangely, maybe not as well wrestled than the opener of Alberto and Kofi. But for some reason, I was a lot more invested in this match than I was in Alberto and Kofi. I guess just knowing King through all the years of him just being on commentary and just being funny and entertaining, you sort of get that connection with him where you want to see him succeed, you want to see him get what he wants. And he's never held the WWE title. I don't think he's ever actually had a match before this feud with Miz for the WWE title. That, and he's never been to WrestleMania either as a competitor before this point. So it's strange how good the match was, essentially. How much more I cared about it, and maybe King wasn't necessarily in the same step as Miz, but however, I ended up caring a lot more about the match than I probably thought I should have.
Yeah, the match is weak from the technical standpoint, but they nailed the drama here. Jerry's the master of working the crowd, and he had me believing that was possible.
Yeah.
He made us believe that he could actually do a full baseball match at the same time. At the time, I was really hoping the result in him versus Cole, or even Alex Riley and me.
Yeah.
Wish it did with Cole. Unfortunately,
it ended up being Cole and Jack Swagger.
But for some reason, they screwed that up as easily as that could have been. They screwed that up.
Mm-hmm.
But still, this was a great performance, and the whole thing worked.
Yeah, it did. I ended up giving it a B+.
B+. Cole celebrates like crazy and poses with Miz in the ring. Jared gets up and is like, well, I tried. He gets this animation. They played his music thing now. Cole, of course, will not show up and let Lawler resume it. For some reason, this didn't end with Lawler pile driving Cole hit to death than it feels. And guess what? It feels. Still a great moment, incredible storytelling by WWE there. 2:21:11 promo, which is just something for an all video. Pretty much it was supposed to stay, but he signed with TNA.
Yeah, he returned to TNA.
So they figured they already had the darkness and the ominous music, and luckily WWE has a character like that stuff. So yeah, it's time to be like Taker. But it wasn't originally supposed to be Sting.
And even like smoked out in the letters of Sting.
But even though we figured out it was Taker by this point, I'm still looking for tiny clues in the video to see if it was Sting.
That is true.
Cena was eating free pebbles and Todd came in. Seems that he's staying at the champ tonight, not what happened on Monday, and he feels jabba dabba delicious though. Strikers with Punk said so when Mania's in 4 days. At the time that sounded incredible, that mean. Woo! Can't wait to review that one.
Exactly.
We recapped the first Share match, which is going to be hard to top. In the next video, it'll be John Cena's regular CM Hunter's R-Truth or John Marshall's Sheamus. See you then.
See you then.